Donors are always wondering where their donations went and how charities use them, so we decided here at Canada Helps to find out. Join me today as I visit a charity and find out how they use your donation. Alright, what's this one? Inner City Youth Live, Winnipeg, huh? Inner City Youth Live. Youth is one of their core values. I'm not going to be cool in this. This is like old fuddy-duddy duds. This isn't going to work at all. I'm going to have to go talk to one of my web developers, see if I can get some better clothes. Hey, Calais. I have to go to this youth thing, and I need some clothes because this isn't going to cut it. So could you take those off and give them to me? That's better. Felt like this. Let's find out, where did it go?
It started in 1986, so 25 years ago.
Okay.
I just had a vision to impact kids in the inner city. We went to a local drop-in center. We said, can we take some kids on a canoe trip? And I just loved it. I love the kids. I love the opportunity of being able to get kids out of this community and into an environment where it's just really peaceful and positive. And so that one trip that summer turned into an additional 7. So we did 8 trips. So that's how it got started. Now we're working with around 460 kids. We're really focusing on trying to get from the 460 kids down into small groups. It's just critical for the kids to know that somebody cares, and for us to have time to listen. It's the wedge principle, you know. Less people, more time, greater impact. For us, being so volunteer driven, although we have staff, our ratios to volunteers is way higher than staff. And even things like snacks, you know, we have groups of volunteers that just bake cookies, and we've gone through probably over 1,000 pails of cookies here. And so fresh baked cookies for kids. We don't even run that through any budget line. That's just wonderful people that bring it over. A lot of our kids in our community, when we were doing a survey of kids in our drop-in center, something like 80% of the kids would tell us that they hadn't had a meal that night. You think about, if you've got kids, you know, how do your kids function? How do they do homework? How do they get along with each other if they're hungry? It's very fulfilling to see what happens. And,
yeah.
You know, we had kids who found out later that they were homeless for a number of months, and it was this meal that actually made the difference. So the food really matters. We work really hard at doing things for less. We're really interested to know where we don't have to spend money. We're right in a neighborhood where everybody knows about us. Kids tell other kids, and that's how we end up filling up the drop-in center. We have a certain, set of blocks that was kind of our focus area. Kids don't say, well, I'm outside of the catchment, so I can't come. They end up showing up, and we end up, letting them get involved in our programs regardless. So we used to keep it pretty tight, and we said it's a 12 to 15-year-old drop-in, and that's it. But then we kind of open it up more. 2 years ago we got hit with arson. We never really got hit with any big thing, and when we got hit with a fire, our mission statement's all about hope. And so this was our chance to kind of turn that mission statement on ourselves and say, it was pretty discouraging, but say, okay, we got to have hope. We got to, get through this and look at the strength of our community. So we spent probably a year and a half just rethinking things, and so it's what was kind of intended for harm turned out for good. After we had the fire, we went to work and did some planning, and this is the result of it. Opening night, when all the kids came in, that's kind of when the thing had its life, right? It was, up until then, it was just a really nice facility, but that night when all the kids came pouring in, and to see how happy they were, how excited they were that this was their new place, we recognized that we cannot run this place without those little donations. We got this great climbing wall donated to us by Mountain Equipment Co-op, and there again, that's used for our leadership development program.
What's going on in here?
Well, okay, the race car program is kind of an interesting program. It started kind of almost by accident. One of our volunteers bring down a car, and we were working on bikes at the time, and we said, well, let's start working on a car. Somebody got an idea. What if we took it to the speedway? So we started to work at things, and sure enough, we were able to find a way to get insurance. It's a legitimate way for the kids to get their hands on a car.
Right.
There's other ways to get your hands on a car, but this is the legitimate way. For the kids, it's not about the car. It's about those one-on-one relationships. In the process, they're learning some of the basic auto body. The neat thing about all of our programs is the way we do this with donations. Somebody donates a car, somebody finds tires, somebody's got a battery. On the question of where does your $100 go to?
Yeah.
Well, we take $100 and we just stretch it as far as possible.
Thanks for joining me to find out where did it go. I hope you watch the next episode where we visit another great charity and find out how your donations help. Also, visit CanadaHelps.org and make your donation today.